Hi, I'm Seka Karo. I'm founder of LightNet, and my passion and purpose is removing the word impossible from the dictionary. We are here today with Alan Steinfeld. He is a world-renowned author, speaker, and thought leader in consciousness and UFOlogy. What I love about Alan is that he has created a television show on YouTube called New Realities, and he's interviewed some of the most important thought leaders on the planet for decades and decades. He started out in the 1980s in New York City in the hotbed of thought and creativity. In this interview, he talks about interviewing and talking with Andy Warhol, John Mack, Nassim Haramein, and so many people who have contributed to a new silver lining in what is possible. Here's his vision on not only where we've come in the last 100 years, but where we are headed.
I think what excites me the most is to open people up to new perceptions, like to see the world a little differently than what their ordinary programming, cultural conditioning. We're so conditioned to see the world through this very small frame. And I like to open that frame a little more to show people a bigger reality. That's why I call my show, my passion, New Realities, because when you start to see a little more of what's possible, you have new ideas. New things open up for people in their lives to create more magic, more of their passion, more of their expansion for other people. So that's my most exciting thing to do, is the ability to show people there's more to reality than what they thought. You know, one of my favorite quotes is from H.G. Wells. You know who he was? He wrote The War of the Worlds, the first. But as he evolved, like through the 1920s and 30s, he predicted that everyone would be able to sit in their home at their leisure to look at a projector and examine any book and any document in exact replica. He had this remote viewing of the future there. He didn't know how that would happen. But another thing he said, I think around 1938, he says, someday people will pick up an old newspaper or article somewhere and think, was there ever such a world? Where there was violence and, all this awful stuff that's still happening, was there ever such a world? This is what the future, I hope, maybe not too far into the future, will say about, the horrors of the 20th century and what's coming to the 21st century. And, the history of human civilization has been marked by incredible achievements and awful destruction. So it's like, you have the Taj Mahal and the atom bomb, it's like that. You have Leonardo da Vinci and Hitler, these polarities of, and so I think if we come into balance somehow, where we're all creative geniuses, and I know that's possible because we all have access to the infinite unknown, we just have to allow it through this particular filter, then that will be the world that will be what it's supposed to have been when we incarnated here. It is supposed to be a world full of abundance, enough food, the promotion of your own creative individuality. That's like level playing field for how incarnation is supposed to be. And that's what I call when that can happen, I call that the flowering of humanity. When everyone's here to do their own creative passion and add to the collective process of making known the unknown, where art is the currency of the day, then we wake up to the ongoing creation of new realities where people are just amazed at the next song or music or this. And people are now, but they're also then, but if everyone was that way, adding to the potential that exists, then that will be a real flowering of the new humanity.
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at holomovement.net/purpose.